my friend.
Hold on, hold
I
on.
didn't say that, my friend.
Hey, average.
Yes,
No, hold on,
brother.
Malikai. He didn't. I
No, I
still
know.
didn't
I
understand
just
what
want to
he
say
just
something
said.
before I forget what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can you repeat what you just said and can you elaborate on it for me, please?
Oh, so you asked about the tone and the
Yeah.
English levels of Trinidadian people or anyone, how they speak. Do you agree or disagree?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this to you now. What if I tell you my cousin that I'm talking to you about is in America and going to university?
Well, she hasn't graduated yet. When she graduated and started doing public speaking,
But she has made her way to university.
Why
You just told me you left school without CXC, right?
I did. I told you you could do like me and
Okay,
go back to
but
school
but but my
and get your
cousin
education and find a
has
scholarship and
made
get
it.
out.
My cousin has made it to a level where she's in university, right?
Yeah.
And when she speak, like when she talk Trinidadian talk, she does not. You sound colonized too, you know that.
Hey,
Colonized. I even some
hey,
The
the
might say,
same,
average
the
and
same thing you're
some
saying
might say
about
and some
Pepper.
mightn't say.
No, the same thing you're saying about Pepper or Malachi or
No,
whoever
I think
got that got
I
that
put
English speaking accent. You do the same thing, you know that?
not at all. I'm fully aware of that.
Listen, bro, you playing around with this man one love.
I'm not playing around, my bro.
dude, can I just say something?
Yeah,
Bro,
man,
don't
go
put
ahead,
this
go
shit
ahead.
on, bro.
I just want to say something.
Because in real life, he couldn't play with me like this, bro. So I don't
I
know why
know,
he
bro.
ended up playing like this,
You
bro.
alright, you know one laugh, cause you over there
Your
laughing at
situation
the
really have
yourself.
nothing
You
to do with
alright, man?
Trinidad Pepper. We
Go
have
ahead,
time
Malachi.
now.
Malachi has something to say, guys.
Yeah, man, because he's playing
No,
games
I
like a
just
grown
I just
man,
want to
bro.
make sure
This is
that
weird, bro.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing what you're actually saying and that's true on your path that you believe. You just said, based on conversation, you can definitely tell that someone is not
Not
educated.
definitely.
Is that what you're saying?
This guy Jamaican too.
My dad is
Are you
Jamaican.
hearing? Are you guys deaf?
He's Jamaican.
Are
So
you?
he can talk Jamaican. That's why I'm telling you he like Jamaican food because he used to it.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Can
Yeah.
we, bro? You guys are just laughing up with this nigga, and he's not even like, bro.
He's
He's
not listening
Okay.
disrespectful
to
out
you,
loud.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's a game
The
that
man's
he plays because
disrespectful out
when
loud,
shit
and you
Guys,
guys
I'm
are
not
And,
just
and,
laughing.
and
disrespecting
it,
anybody.
from
when
I'm about to
disrespect,
when
tell
from
him.
when
little
that man
secret
when that
disrespect him, I
man
do
get
in a
off of
pepper.
this
I mean, I
live,
listen him,
bro.
you know. I mean, I listen him, you know.
You guys
Yeah.
are
Pascal
laughing
about
with
10
him.
minutes
Yeah.
about 3 o'clock,
I
so
but
I'm
now
just
make
sit
him sit down
like
and you
Hey,
buck your
hold
tour.
on. Hey,
You
hold
buck your
on.
let
tour.
me just
Hey,
close up by
Kev.
saying this real quick now.
Hey,
Don't close
Kev.
off by saying shit.
Hey, Kev.
I went
Lack
there.
of fucking education. You're
When
black.
there
You know the
again?
man cousin? You know the man
Yo,
cousin from nowhere?
When
Hey,
Yeah, I
there?
call it
hey,
my
no,
key,
but
yeah?
That's what I'm
what's
done.
him? Hey,
let me say something. Yeah,
You know nobody over here,
yeah,
sir?
yeah.
he didn't
About
even.
the way people talk shows a lack of education.
Yeah,
Fuck,
he didn't
who
get the
are
chance
you
to even
talking to?
answer the question because I wanted to know if that actually what he's trying to say because that's bullshit. Because you don't have to go to university to be
Supreme,
proven.
Supreme. He got his. You don't hear how many chances he got.
Yeah,
Why should
he
I
was.
give him a chance so he can play with me like that? Are you correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
know,
fucked up. He fucked up.
CJ still
Because
intellect
why
sleep.
would it make sense me coming here speaking Nigerian language or dialect to people who only speak English? It wouldn't make any fucking
Yeah,
sense. So I
that's
have to
that's
speak
that's basically the same thing I'm saying too,
right. I have to
Malika.
speak
That's
in
why
English
that's
because
why I,
everyone
that's why
here
I
are
went
English
that
speaking.
direction.
That doesn't mean I'm
As
colonized, but
well.
what's the point of me coming in here speaking Nigerian dialect when no one will understand what the fuck I'm sorry for my language I'm saying, you know what I mean?
I
You know,
think
when I feel that way, when the boy come talk, oh, Pepper is not Jamaican, and you talk, you're Americans, and
Listen, the stuff
eh,
like it don't even bother me. I just think it's weird to
I
bring
mean, I
that up.
say, and then he start from Vice
no,
Cartel, you know, because first thing him saying, oh, Vice Cartel, yeah, and Vice Cartel. I say, boy, hey,
Miss
boy.
One, Miss One.
Eh?
I respect you guys for giving me the time to have the conversation in a cause.
One love dragged
I
it.
was I was just really
Hey, one
trying
law was dragging it with him,
He was
bro.
dragging
yeah,
it with him.
yeah, cause I
I could
really
have
I try
choked
to
him.
understand the mind frame cause like I said, I've been around a lot of Trinidadians and I never get bad energy there. Me know
Bro, they
half of
different,
what they
bro.
agree to, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with that. I seen them done stuff that I
So you
wouldn't
never hear
do.
the man say, you smart, but your cousin are done. So you never hear that part there?
No, but at the end of the day, that's why that's why I came back and I let him know my cousin is here in university.
And your cousin has more education than him. Can you imagine? No, man, you have to
That's
come down you.
basically so
But
I
that's
was
how
trying
they
to.
are. They feel like they're better than the Jamaicans. That all of them, the Guyanese, that's how they talk. That's how they move around us.
But
But
Pepper, you
they,
know, sometimes I feel like it's misunderstanding because when they say it, you need to ask them to explain it.
I don't want you to explain, Mitch.
Because when you reach at that part and you notice that them really lost, you're like, they
And me
correct
not help them
themselves.
find them where.
You see, my song?
Hey, everyone.
That's
Hey,
basically what we gotta do, Dims. We gotta help people find them
can I say
weird.
something right
Not at
here?
all.
Can I say something though?
Hey, Supreme, somebody can take Supreme out of the comment section. You want to come up here, your phone?
oh yes, and forward Supreme,
You want to forward your
I'm just
phone?
asking a question though.
forward, bro.
Like,
You
what
want
is it
Supreme to
between
come up here,
Jamaica
man.
and Trinidad?
Supreme and him interact with the
Say
world,
that
man.
again, Malachi.
Malachi, go ahead.
Yeah, the question I want to ask is, what is it between Jamaica and Trinidad that seems like it's always like competition?
Well, there is no competition because us. All right, let me show you something that I realized growing up as a Jamaican and everything, and being around other Jamaicans.
Okay.
We really don't pay attention to the outside world, to be honest. Really, we don't. You understand? Like Jamaicans literally pay attention to Jamaicans.
Are you Jamaican?
Yes.
St.
Okay.
Lauren, big up St. Lauren.
And all the other Jamaicans that's on the panel could probably test to that.
Suriname.
Like they literally do not think about the outside world. Jamaicans literally just think about Jamaicans. So when you ask that question, it's kind of hard to answer because we don't see anybody else. And it's
No.
not to say that in a
The reason why I asked the
disrespectful manner
question,
or a
the reason why-
rude manner. It's just that we literally stay to ourselves in our own lane.
It's like
And all
it's
of
like
this
it's
stand
like
out.
not even it's like for Jamaica, not even America is a competition for
No,
us.
no. I
Yeah,
understand,
like we
but the
literally
reason why
stay
I
in
asked
our
the
own
question
bubble.
Exactly.
because
You
the
understand? Like
the
we
dude-
literally do.
Okay, I understand, but the reason why I asked the question because the dude who exits from the chat, right? Seems to be like he's competing with Jamaica. I'm trying to understand, like, why should it be like that?
Well, he's competing with himself, my friend Malachi.
Okay,
Nobody
and
was in no
while
competition with him.
compete with the Jamaicans,
So Malachi, you really you really was in the comment section and picked that up?
No, I do. I'm a very good listener,
Damn, bro.
and that's why I didn't really.
So Malachi, let me say this
Hold
to you.
on. Yo,
For
Firecracker said we was lying on. I was lying on something.
Yeah, I needed to
Hold on.
speak up.
For
Yeah.
half of
What
the
were you lying
Caribbean,
about?
I'm a Jamaican, and I support every nationality and every nation. Malachi know me. I respect Malachi. I'm come over there, I'm tap it up, same way. I respect everybody. No matter American, Jamaican, no we're African, Nigerian, I love you guys regardless of the fact. I am a Jamaican, true born Jamaican. I understand. So when you say Jamaican no respect and Jamaican think about themselves only, no sir.
Nah,
think about yourself only.
See,
We don't-
you're getting it wrong. All right. Let me show you something. Check the levels. Jamaica, we're about love, peace. Yes, we are. You're 100% right, bro. But at the same time, we also stay in our own bubble. We don't follow behind people. We don't beg friendship. We don't beg nobody nothing. We literally stay in our own bubble. We will show love to the outside world, but just check the levels of what I'm saying. We stay to ourselves at the end of the day. We don't try to be like nobody else. We don't try to do what nobody else do. We literally stay in our own bubble. Whereas when you get around the Trinis, the Haitians, the St. Vincent, St. Croix, Bahamas, you name it, they all flex and move as if they're us. We don't move like them. They move like us.
True.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
We don't do the whole
yes,
culture
but
as far as are we loving, we're probably the out of all the black communities, bro, we probably show the best love. Think about it. Look at reggae music. We preach that in our music. The other day when Budja was on Drink Champs, it's not to diss Africa, but he's right.
Yeah, man.
Africans don't speak about love and peace and this, that, and the third. Their music is not about that. Our music, reggae music, hands down, is about that. So you're 100% right when you say that you will go to his live, tap up the screen. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll show love to everyone. But we still stay in our own bubble. We stay to ourselves still.
Looking for anybody to come.
Right. So and see the difference is, the difference too, bro, is you will go and tap his screen.
Yeah.
If he stops coming to tap your screen, you won't care. But
that won't bother you.
But that won't bother you, but again, because we don't beg friends. But I bet you it'll probably bother him.
Hey, Mr. Pepper, it does that a cultural thing or just a personal?
I think that's a cultural thing for us because I don't know like just 5 people in Jamaica that just does that. I think that whole country moves like that.
I think that's the attitude that we were born with.
Yeah, I think that's just an attitude we were born with.
Yeah, we're born with that, Pepper.
Yeah.
Malachi.
Right. Yes, sir.
Malachi. You know, regardless, so this is Jamaicans are like, yo, you see the like the kings and queens and prince and like the lawyers and doctors and all those.
Oh shit! Yo, sorry, sorry, bro. I fucking hit the button.
All those diplomats that was in Africa during the colonization.
Sorry, bro. Sorry about that.
Those people that was taken into slavery that was already living their life that already how do I explain that?
Established, basically?
Yeah, we're basically established. That was Jamaicans, right? When they brought us out here in slavery, bro, they could not tame us. So they bring us in the land of no return, in the Caribbean. Them couldn't break we, bro. You see me, we give them hell. So until this day, if you notice, the respect for Jamaica is different anywhere you go in the world.
It is.
They show Jamaica, the black Jamaica community, especially the ones that know their worth and who they are.
Hey, one law. Pre this too, right? All right, you see our accent, bro, and we're just not just the accent, but we as a culture are so powerful that when the world, bro, not just the Americans, when the world hears another Caribbean accent, the first thing they will tell a Trini is, yo, you from Jamaica? They think that they're from Jamaica, you know? Our culture is powerful, bro.
Not even that. Bro. Not even
once
that.
You say you're from the Caribbean.
The fact that our area, like our one little country, has so many different types of people who speak the same as us. When you see a Chinese person start speaking Jamaican, you're like, what the fuck? Oh my God. They're like, are you from Jamaica? You can't be from Jamaica.
Yes.
You're not black.
Irish people, Dutch people. You know, we are global. Dutch and Scottish in Jamaica also.
People leave from where they're from to come sit down in Jamaica, have children, and bring up a whole different type of person in a whole different part of the world. That's crazy.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna move to Trinidad and sit down there and grow up there, pick them over there. So sorry, this is just truth. It's just a truth.
Malachi, don't get us wrong though. We do respect the rest of the world and we do support.
Right. It goes back to like Firecrackers was saying, you know what I mean? It goes back to like he said, yes, bro. He's 100% right. We're probably the most loving black culture in the world, the Jamaicans. We're probably the most loving, you know what I'm saying? Peaceful black people in the world, bro, honestly.
And that's why they hate us, because we're so influential. The motion we have is different from any other Caribbean island.
Okay.
We have so much motion.
That is debatable. That is debatable, but I'm just going to leave it there, but I'm going to ask you another question. You all speak of the positive, right?
Yeah.
What is the negative about Jamaica?
You have time?
Hello?
You have to go to work?
Yeah, there's
I mean, there's negative and positive for everyone.
Like it's just like every other country, Malachi.
Yeah, we know that. But you can outline the positive, so can you outline also the negative?
I asked you if you have time today. You have time to hear it?
No, I mean, the negative, all right, put it like this, right? the positive that we got going on is going on in Nigeria. The negative that we have going on is going on in your country as well.
Yeah.
So I say that to say it's a balance. So I could say, yes, we got prostitution on the roads, just like in your country. We got drug dealers in the streets.
Because you pinpoint the positives.
Yeah, and,
right?
and think about it, right? Before you just kind of pinpointing the negatives. Yeah, I'm pinpointing the negatives. We got prostitutes, we got drug dealers, we got scammers, we got human
killers,
we got killers, we got guys that run in a bank and rob a bank. I mean, that's why I'm saying to you, the same exact stuff that happens in Nigeria and in Trinidad, it happens in Jamaica as well.
So it'll be like this, Malachi. It'll be like this.
But what?
Can I say something? It would be like this. It would be just the same if I ask you about Nigeria. You see, you're gonna highlight Nigeria for Nigeria,
right?
But we're not gonna glorify the bad things.
Yes, because who wants to pinpoint any negativity from where they?
Yeah,
we're on air. No. We're on air talking and just chatting to see what's going on in both countries.
Exactly.
So we want to know both, like, of both.
Oh, so do you want to have a full? You want to have a full conversation about
the It's also a handicap match too, because there's nobody here to represent Trinidad really.
There's nobody here.
So it's a handicap
No,
match.
because he fucked off. He bugged off. He ran away. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
So it's really a handicap match.
Okay.
So really and truly, we're gonna beat our chest at all time and push our flag.
Even if he was here to back it up, we're here for him regardless. It wasn't going to be no competition.
But that's the thing. All right, Malachi, see, this is the thing that I'm trying to show you, though, at the end of the day. With all the questions that you're going to ask us, bro, at the end of the day, once again, we are a culture that literally, like, whether if you like us or not, we just don't business. We literally don't care.
No, I don't have a trust. What I'm saying, I just want to ask one question here, bro. That is to Mr. Pepper Skull.
Yeah, bro.
Pepper Skull. Right. You were saying Black African community.
We love the most. I think we showed the most love.
You're not the most loved, but you love the most.
We are the most loved as well.
And I probably will say we're probably the most loved as well.
Okay, so that's what I want to get at. So you said you are the most loved. So could you identify to me now? What characteristic would you use to say, okay, this is what makes us stand out as the most loved Black community?
So, all right. The main reason, all right, one of the biggest form of ways to impact the world, right? It's not sports, it's not movies, it's music. So with that being said, reggae music is the only genre of music in the world that
and that's just one thing.
On a consistent basis preaches love, unity, and peace on a consistent basis. And reggae music is the biggest music outside of any American music that is globally around the world and damn near every four corners of the world. So that is the main reason on probably why
Malachi,
we probably get the most love as well. Yeah.
You know, we use our music to educate Africa.
Yeah.
You know, we use our music to educate Africans as well and stand up for their rights.
Yes.
Can you please say some African?
We use our music to educate Africans as well. To stand up for their rights.
African.
Reggae music play a big part
in Eastern Europe, in Eastern Africa.
In Africa, bro. Even when reggae music played a big part in telling Africans unite and stand up for their rights.
In
educating Africans of who they are. We have music coming out of Africa, bro, and none of the music leaving Nigeria or Ghana how many of the music is educating the youths of their past, their culture, their roots, and uplifting them, bro? Think about it.
A lot.
From Africa?
Hell yeah.
Which artists? Name me.
Oh, shit.
Put me on.
No, you don't, yeah, okay.
Because I'm gonna put you on to Bob Marley, Luciana, Peter Touch, all the Rastafarian come. Say the
Dennis
Rastafarian
Brown, Coco T. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Okay. I must say the Rastafarian community and
Hold
the
on,
whole.
let me see this. The only, besides Bob Marley, yeah? You mentioned some names. But besides Bob Marley, the only other artists I know, like well popular based on music, was, I will always remember the KK drum bullshit, like a Beanie Man and somebody else. I don't know who the rest of them is.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
You're 42?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me and you the same age, and I guess probably what you know from your household, I guess.
Thank you. So those were the two in the Muslim community, in the Christian community, or the secular. Those were the only two things we used to hear, like regular basis.
Yeah. So you don't know Sizzler? The way Sizzler, when Sizzler came out, the way he was burning down Africa.
Remember,
the way
those
Sizzler
music might be playing after, but I'm talking back then, like.
Malachi, so Malachi, what influence did Bob Marley music have in Nigeria? And what was the storyline behind it? What was he teaching? What was the message he was sending to Nigerians? Why his music was so popular down there?
Oh, okay. I don't know of the popularity. As I said, I know it based on the fact that I would go out of my household to listen to actual music. But I can tell you that it was based on this type of life. Because remember, Nigeria, we don't really face much like in the south of Africa. We have to deal with like.
But this is Nigeria. Like,
if you understand that, we're from the west.
But you all right? You keep because you're from Nigeria.
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't know a Nigerian that I met, bro, growing up here in Brooklyn that don't know Iwayne, Sizzler, them, Luciano, Coco T, Peter Tosh, them. You're the first, bro. Shit.
No. I didn't say I don't know them. It's not as popular when I was growing up like the other two that I mentioned.
No, and that's what I'm saying. You're the first. You're the first Nigerian that I'm meeting to say that. Like the Buja Banton, like he wasn't popular, bro.
Malachi,
popular.
You say your dad is Jamaican. Yeah.
And that's another thing too.
Okay,
Your dad didn't play these
your
people?
dad didn't play music around you to know in culture and teach you about in culture.
So I grew up with most of like my mom and my mom's side, but I knew my dad, but he played music.
So you don't know your grandmother, your parents, your dad's parents
the first
from
Nigerian,
Jamaica.
I know that.
Yeah, so you don't hear them talk about Jamaica, teach you about your culture.
I've been there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, growing up, I heard of I could like, if I hear a Beanie Man music, I can tell you that's him. But I'm not able to tell you like the names you mentioned earlier.
Hey, Malachi, I'm gonna tell you something about Nigerian reggae music, okay?
Nigerian reggae music, okay.
Nigeria and reggae music. Reggae music have a significant and a lasting influence on Nigerian culture, shaping not only the music landscape, but also social and political movements. While it may not be the dominant genre as it once was, reggae's themes of resistance, unity, and African pride continue to resonate with Nigerian even this day. I went on. Pull your ass over here, so.
Yeah, mute.
Tea time still.
Reggae was popularized in Nigeria in the mid-1980s by artists like...
Hold on.
Magic Fashion.
What year? How old did I tell you I am?
You said you're 42.
Okay.
that mean
You said
that
mid
mean
80s. That mean I born 1982, right?
82, 83, yeah.
Okay, good.
Many Nigerian reggae artists gained fame, including Daniel Wilson, Jerry Jetto, Daddy Shoki, and Raskimono. You don't know none of those artists?
But I don't know. Is Daddy Shoki from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Those are Nigerian reggae artists.
Nigerian reggae.
No. We were talking
On to the
about
reggae
no, we're
movement.
talking about Jamaican reggae.
No, bro. Jamaican reggae shaped the face of Nigerian reggae. And you're going to respect that.
No.
And you're going to
You're
understand
losing
that.
what we're actually the top. What it was? He was asking me if I know some Jamaican artists.
No, it came before. He had to pinpoint that because you lost us.
Because I don't know those artists.
No, that's not where the convo was, bro.
I told you the conversation was. I know the Bob Marley.
Right.
I've listened to him,
and I
the
asked
next
you what
most famous
influence-
song was
we said reggae music was very influential, being very